recognize these wonderful honorees tonight. It is, I haven't prepared anything, but this is just going to come from my heart. I met Carol Connolly, I think it was in 1997. I was going to be directing a movie based on a Newbery Award-winning children's book. And I was doing some casting, and we were casting this character, and Carol came up and auditioned. I said, "You would be a great Quaker woman." And that was how I first met her. Well, some 7, 8 years later, it was 2004, and I just got this job of being the executive director. And this woman came up to me and she goes, "You probably don't remember me. My name's Carol Connolly. I auditioned for your film." I said, "Quaker woman." Quaker woman. She said, "Yes." I said, she goes, "I'd like to be your assistant. I'd like to volunteer in your office." And that was in 2004. I had no budget. I had nothing. And she came and she volunteered. And the more I get to know Carol and the more I get to know her story, like that TV series, Survivor, you start to realize that Carol was a survivor. She had survived cancer. She had survived some, She had survived an interesting childhood and life. And then the most treacherous of all was that she survived 13 years working with me. And we hope to go another 13 years more. But the other thing I realized about Carol is she started to learn more about the film industry. One of the coolest things that happened was, a little anecdote, is I would have her in my office while I was talking about the film tax credits. And then one day, the head of finance for Disney was asking about the tax credits. And Carol sat in my office and was talking to this woman who I call R2D2. She's that smart. And Carol was explaining to her how the tax credits work. And I said, "You're telling the most brilliant financial mind in Hollywood how the tax credits work." And that made me so proud. She is brilliant. She deals with filmmakers, student filmmakers, a few wackos. And she comes to work. She had some challenging times this past year, survived that, but she's not just a survivor. Carol's more like the TV show America's Got Talent. She's got a hell of a lot of talent, and she's a filmmaker. She made her own movie as well, and I love her. Carol Connolly, congratulations. Speak.
I can't tell you how thrilled I'm here to be tonight. I'd like to congratulate the other Imagineers. I'm so honored to be in such esteemed company, so thank you. Thank you to Carol and Ed for your dedication to and unwavering support of us. We couldn't have better advocates for the New England film industry. They're just absolutely wonderful. Co-worker Lou Place. He's a friend of over 20 years. We used to do auditions together. We auditioned for Stephen's movie together. So he's been with me through the whole thing. To George Marshall, who's the executive director of the extraordinary Rhode Island International Film Festival. All right. Also Imagineer last year. He's been a wonderful friend and supporter, and he allowed me to premiere my film in 2016. So that was a great thrill. To the cast and crew of my film who gave me a remarkable experience, and to all of you who inspire me with your dedication and your talent and your ambition every day. And most importantly to Stephen, who has literally saved my life, and I mean literally as well as figuratively, more than once. Who's my boss, my friend, and my mentor. And in this unfortunate era of Me Too, it is a pure pleasure to work for a man who unfailingly treats everyone with kindness and respect.
Yeah.